Okay, hi guys. Sorry, it is 2 minutes later. I just restarted my computer. I'm not going live yet because I wish to actually get I wish to actually get sorry, I'm sorting my bar here. I wish to actually get my base upkeep done today, and I don't wish to be harassed while I do so. So I'm going to take this nice little 20 or 30-minute opportunity to let my stream die. They're going to assume that I'm on a disconnect, but no, I'm just going to go on about my business like a normal adult and let the children go to bed or whatever. You know, and I'm going to come back half an hour later. But for me, for the meantime, we'll get my Rust base upkeep paid, and I'll get the other games running again. And now. Beautiful. I love this game. It's such a good naturalist game. I like not being harassed on it, but whatever. 2 people on right now. Seems odd. How do you open the Steam settings when you're... Oh, no, can't do that. Oh, whatever. I don't care who's there. They can't really... They're not going to be able to stream snipe you, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Damn, look at that asset warm-up. It was like... Ba-doo! Sometimes you get a load like this once in every 500 loads or something where it just goes... Ba-doo! Yep. Okay, so on EvE...
Connecting.
103 million skill points. 103 million skill points. 103 million skill points. Yes, I'm sure I do. So, I'll get you logged in here. I mean, I don't know. I was running a higher resolution. I could just modify. I don't know. It looks fine how it is. Game looks good. Game looks the best it's ever looked. Oh no, did you crash again? No, you didn't crash again. Spotty connection. Oh. What do you mean? Oh no, you're okay again, right? Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, I think I did have some problems with my connection, so there's really no reason to stream right now, but hopefully it'll stay connected at least. I think my speed... Let's see what my speed test is doing. I need to open all of those... history. These 7 tabs, please restore the window. Yeah. Oh no, my connection's fine. It's fine. That's rust, is it? It is. Okay, well, nice. I'm gonna go get, did I put my set away? Oh, I did, yeah. I think I put my set away, right? I did, yeah. Cool. I was like, yeah. Or, well, no, I had a... I had a set. What did I do with it? That's it, right? I think so, yeah. Well, also, I think I need to run my kit anyways. Oh, no, 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 I don't. Okay. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 days. Yep, I've only ran the kit for 3 days, I think, yep. And so, yeah, so we're good. Yeah, yeah, that's my strap, right? Yeah, I think. Oh, storm is nasty. Nasty storm. That's why the internet... Oh. That's why the internet's spotty. Yeah, I dropped all the gun stuff, yeah. Sweet. We'll go back out. I guess I'll eat. It's, for once, it's 8:30 in the morning. I wish I could see who the players are. Oh, that's alright. That and... No, I don't want to bring the automatic weapon, because that's for base defense. I want to bring the revolver, yeah. And a nice axe, and a nice... Wait, no, I'm not seeing the signs of my kit. Why am I stripped down? Did I put it in the small box? I must have. Let's go look. Yeah, did I put them in the small boxes? No, he cheated me, and he stole the kit off me. Right? I don't know. I can't tell. Now, where is all of those shells that I had? Yeah, there. Oh no, there's the windows and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Gotta get out there with a pick and yeah. If there's people on the server, that'll be sufficient for what I need to do. I'll bring meds in case I have trouble. Yeah, like that. And I think that's all I really need to do. Oh, there is, yeah, metal that needs to cook. Metal that needs to cook. Good. And so more metal for the TC. All we need now is stone. Good news is it's been a while since I've farmed the neighborhood, so... And I can't have a stream snipe because I'm not online. So it should be a really nice, pleasant, you know, excursion short of an ESP hacker or a random occurrence of some sort. Should be a, you know, pleasant foray across the server here. We'll have a look around for proof of any, like, combat or anything like that. Look for bodies or bags on the ground. Any new bases or problems or anything. I don't see anything. I don't detect a door camp. And they're not using Stream Snipe to do it, so... I mean, they're not magically powered. They can't detect me without the stream running, so... Is it a zombie? Yeah, I should have put a suppressor on this thing. I don't want to fire at all, frankly. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I should. I don't know. Nice. I wish it would fucking apply to the revolver, though. That shit is cool. Yeah, we'll save it. Yep, shit like that's good. It helps with gears and stuff. No! Come on! I was like 7 or 8 feet away from the guy! What are you talking about? Ah. Fucking dumb. He broke my twig. Yeah, that's another thing. How are you gonna get up there unless you go get the ladder, PP? That's another thing, you idiot. Oh, this is annoying. We'll just use this opportunity since I have it to go check on this base. Yeah, that looks good. Sweet. Okay, good. We're gonna respawn at the other base. Or well, I guess I could just run. Well, no, running is gonna take too long, but I can glance around for any stone and go get it and pay the space. That's something that's on the agenda. Game looks good, but it's not high enough. Yeah, yeah, that's good. And then V6 off, graphics, medium. What does it look like on Ultra? If I pump it to Ultra, will it slow the game down? Let's see. Yeah, like your machine's supposed to be able to run it, shouldn't it? Yep, and it's still really good fucking frames. Okay, got some sulfur and stone over there, I think. I'll go get that. Or, well, I should make a tool. See, I love not being harassed, you know, it's worth going off the stream for a couple of hours. You know, it's fine. I had internet issues. I mean, what of it? One of these people logged. I mean, I don't know. This stone... It's about the same thing, really, as running around. I should just take this pick over to the base and stick this stone inside and pay that upkeep. I don't know. 800 stone in that base would extend it another day and a half or something. And so with some wood, we'll just do that. It's just wiser. If he raids this one or whatever, I have that one. And knocking the trees is all good reason to do everything. Oh, yeah, locate nodes, huh? Yeah, there's like a metal right over there. I'll go get that. It's like the only one that's close at all. I love my metal house. It makes the storm feel like, you know, I have headphones on, so that helps too. But my metal house really feels fucking safe, like it's not going anywhere. It would take a tornado. And that's not going to happen where I live. So, I guess I could see like a bad storm being very destructive to my house, I suppose. Maybe knocking it over, that kind of thing. But I don't think so. There's nothing that's happened like that of late. Not in the last, like, 50, 75 years, I don't think so. Yeah, I really feel pretty safe in my metal box as the storm goes away. Even my windows are really fucking solid. I mean, like, they wouldn't stop a bullet, per se, but they're chunky. These are chunky. You can hear them. They're chunky fucking windows. I trust them, you know? They're not getting broken or blown in or anything. Did I go the right way? I think I did. Oh, did I run past the fucking metal? There's lots of stuff over here. I guess I'll go back out to the belt. I've probably spent enough time here. Oh no, we've only got 15 minutes. I'll just... Well, yeah, actually, 15 minutes before the wipe is a really good time to go. I'll probably make some money. This is good. Look, I have enough stone to just go to bed. Or, I mean, like, go back live and start playing New World again. All I have to do is go home. I like the cliffs, but it sort of makes it hard to see the nodes. And I don't really think cliffs look like this in real life, sort of. It's interesting that they went live with it. But it does add a lot of really, like, you know, really good, like, you know, detail to the land. We're gonna make it a little harder now. Three days, 7 hours. I took the furnace with me when I left. I shouldn't have done that. Some wood, stone, and metal. The metal doors, I could just replace them with wood doors, and it would pretty much reduce the metal costs on the base to nothing, basically. It's still got 3 days worth of metal. Oh no, look, I could just do that. Now it's got 10 days. Good, good. Do you need that much stone? Yeah, you do, kind of. But you don't need that much wood, really. Not at all, so. Make it a little safer. I really don't care, though. I had intended to turn it into a vendor base, but the constant harassment makes that impossible. That's what is stupid. Oh, what's this? Oh, State Navy. No, no, go to the anomaly. Go, go. Warp, warp, warp.
Warp drive active.
Eating calm. My healers out here. I should fight them. I always think that my base is that way, but it's not. It's like that way. It's like that way. It's fucking annoying. Just looking around for nodes or anything. Let's do a locate again. Anything? There. Oh, yep, there's some stone. Kinda slim pickings, though. I got a bow. That's good. I think the compound bow is actually faster, maybe. Yeah, like my base is this way. It's like kind of hard to track from base to base. It's a hard line right through the outpost. Yeah, there's this piece of crap wood base. Scarecrow, huh? My scarecrow. I've got to go get that body back or I'm going to lose it. I think I'm fine, though. It has definitely not been like 45 minutes. Oh, it's only been 25. Come on, something good. Damn, it's not good enough. You and you. You're no good. Nice, I got a gear. Gear's good. Two gears. That's good. I didn't get as much stone as I wanted, but it's probably enough to finish the evening. Yeah. Oh, look, there's metal right there. Nice, nice. That's good. I was hoping to find some more metal. Let's go stash in the TC. You will go back over here. Wood, metal. I'll split you up. And I'll do you, and I'll split you up. And I'll do you, and I'll split you up. Okay, lots some more of that. I need to put stone in this TC, not wood. Stone in the TC, not wood. 46 hours, not bad. This revolver, I want to put a suppressor on it. Oh. No, no, what? No, no, stations. Duck. Duck, duck, duck.
Warp drive active.
Oh no, it's a Garmer. Logan Fearfighter. Aw. Why are you doing this 4 minutes before the fucking reset, you idiot? Yes, I need to locate all the gears in the base. Not too many, it appears, but that's okay. Just make sure there's none in the small boxes or anything.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Any gears or high qual or anything like that. There's those shotgun rounds. That's cool. Scrap, cloth, sulfur stuff. Let's leave some wood up here. Yep, only one more garage door, but that's fine. It's just more garage doors for the cores. More garage doors for the cores. More garage doors for the cores. Gotta say, this game does look good in Ultra. Excuse me. Yeah, 69 scrap for the bench. Cool. Oh, I want to learn that thing. Already researched. Okay, cool. So we will make this garage door good. Oh, I didn't make a frame? I didn't make a frame. Can I make a frame? I'm not sure I can. But I think I can put a frame right over here. Oh, I will need wood. Yeah. Right here I can put a frame though. Yeah. Make me a lock. Okay, we're gonna go live now. And we'll go back to playing New World here. Gotta go set up my YouTube for streaming. Yeah, see that. And we will go back live, do a New World for the rest of the evening. Got a nice bit of work there on the EVE Online. Yes, but we want you public. Unlisted, public, done, save. Oh, my health is low. That's not too good. Does this zone have a song? Oh, it does. Oh, yeah, I love this song. Yeah, I love this song. The hell? What the hell? Oh, okay. Okay, I was like, what the hell? Okay, no, never mind. I'm going live. There we go. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. Had some internet problems. forgot tools. God, it looks good in Ultra. Alright, base is doing good, and we'll get on New World here. Yep, EvE had its patch. Okay, we go back on Night Therm now. Night Therm now. Wait, I want to quit. Yep, I want to quit. Wait, I want to change something on my Steam settings. Oops. February. That's in a while. Nice. Yeah, the deal I got is good. Oh, I could do BattleNet too. Wow. I could do like WoW and stuff. That's cool. I died somehow? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I DC'd. Yeah. Fucking annoying. Beehive chip, wind crystal, lightning crystal. Oh, I am not wearing my dex ring. Dark crystal's good, but it's still not good enough. I wonder what my TNL is. It's 33 and 42. Not bad. I'm going to get to level 19 soon. That was easy.
Warp drive active. You cannot warp there because natural phenomena.
Oh look, this
are
Bez
disrupting the
is
ship.
way far out, and I bet a lot of less people are going to be inclined to come. See, there is some RP to this. What do you mean in a fleet? Oh, okay, there we go. Fire crystals would make the most sense, cause then I'd save like 6,000 gil. Yeah, cause they're like the only things really that I'll keep. Fire crystals is what I'll keep, cause I can use those to make more money. Stuff like giant stinger is really good, but they're fucking rare. You can make like 10 grand off giant stingers. If there wasn't so much aggro, I could roam. Technically, I should be killing for Stray Mary. And I think I will. I'll go look for the Stray Mary camp where she's most likely to be. I haven't looked at Stray Mary in a while. It's really hard without, It's hard without... It depends on what level she is, too, because I don't think I can fight her. Oh, no, I can't fight her. Never mind. I'd have to be like 24 to reliably kill her, so it doesn't matter. I suppose the further south I am with mobs, the better. Which is like around here. These Liz could link. There's an ambusher. He's a good target. I don't know. Yeah, he's the one that's likely to be the easiest to kill with the most XP, really. They're not very tough goblins. Especially not rangers. Those are weak. Shut. He hurt me. Maybe I better kill him? No, he can't do anything now. He was mean, but he paid 113 XP. It's pretty good. North border of F9. So they say I go northwest. I could kill sheep for a while. Sheep won't kill me. Sheep don't alpha strike. Could kill sheep for a good time. Wait, you DC'd me? Oh, come on. I was not gone that long even. I heard No More Room in Hell 2 is really good. There's a weaver. Those are weak. Lots and lots of goblins, but I don't see any sheep at all. Maybe somebody's hunting for it. Oh no, okay, it's F9 now. Oops, I'm sorry. So yeah, I put the marker in the wrong place. It's actually F9. Oops, markers, delete marker. There. My signet ran out. This is kind of a good spot. Nice money.
Warp drive active.
There's a bee. Yep. This is probably the placeholder. This is not a bad spot. We can stay by this stone thing and kill the sheep here. Yep. And I don't believe there's any aggro even. I could easily come here on Black Mage Thief on my main. Or White Mage Thief. I can just come on White Mage Thief. Yep. I can just change jobs very quickly. And I don't need to kill the placeholder. I shouldn't have pulled. I'm hurt. It's alright. These things probably are like way less likely to kill me. Lamb chop. Yep, and there's like no aggro. I don't even, well, there's like a goblin right there, but okay, two things on the hill. I gotta remember that I'm camping by this one. Or I guess there's two. Okay, it's been enough of this song. It was fun to listen to it though. I like that song. Like quite a lot. Okay, more money for the pot. What are we at now? 400 mil. Oops. It's weird because it's like I can't seem to find my way. Is it below the waterfall or something weird? I don't know. Glacial Tarn. Oh. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that hurt. This is a level 65 three-man dungeon. I don't know how you would get here, really, but yeah. Whatever that is, I don't know. But I did my due diligence and I tried to get the OPs that I wanted. This one doesn't seem to be reachable, but there's like 2 more in fucking Eden Grove that I want to go to. This guy appears to be camping. I'm not going to take the sheep from him. I just want to kill sheep in this area. I mean, I could probably take the sheep from him. I probably could with perfect dodge, yeah. The sheep is a pussy. Ah, you kept moving, stupid sheep. Okay, so we're going north on a horse ride. I'll turn on another video.
Or shift and mouse 1 will put it straight into your backpack or free inventory. Keep in mind, if you press mouse 1 on an item and you don't have a free slot for it, it will swap it with the other item instead. If you hit tab, you can swap to the armor section. The nice thing about this is if you swap armor here, the game will do its best to keep all of your items as well. So grabbing their legs, their chest, backpack is still going to mainly pull all of your items together. There's also ammo repulling. If you tap left alt and then 1 with any weapon out, it will repull all the ammo, and any empty spaces on your belt will be filled up by magazines that are in your backpack. The more ammo and magazines you have to go through, the longer this process will take. But it's relatively quick and you can actually move while doing it. And with the last enemy down, it's mission complete. It will give you a timer to leave the area. If you don't get out in time, you will be shot and probably sent to prison. That's some hero treatment, huh? So look around for the loot boxes like this for snipers, LMGs, grenade launchers, and the god tier railgun. These are the only weapons you cannot buy in the shop, but you can buy ammo for any weapon at 99% of the ammo shops. So the main thing is to loot the weapons here. These boxes are good for medical, and these ones are good for multi-tools and hacking chips. Let's head back to Tressler by searching for it on the map. Tap R to set route and head back. And your first mission is now complete. Make sure after every mission you're doing a refuel, repair, and rearm when you get back to the station. Next up, we have our second to last section and your first flight combat. Now, before we jump in, I would highly recommend jumping into Arena Commander, and even doing a single round of Pirate Swarm is going to get you in a much better spot. Feel free to watch this entire section of combat controls and then decide if you want to get practice first or get experience in-game. The mission we're going to be doing is the Tracker Training Permit. Sadly, this thing sometimes takes you across the system to complete, but it's the first step to be making good money with ship combat. So let's head back to the hangar and set our route. For this mission, it's taking us to a moon around Hurston. You can either set to Hurston or directly to the mission location. Call for takeoff and switch to nav mode. This is the biggest jump you've done so far, so if you don't have enough fuel, make sure you're stopping halfway to grab some from a station.
Ding.
If you're on your way to Crusader, the best stop would be Crew L5. You should have
19.
enough to get from Microtech to Hurston. But if you're on your way to ArcCorp, stop at Hurston and go to Everest Harbor. Now let's talk about capacitors. Capacitors, put simply, just give you extra recharge in whatever you put it into. You can use these by pressing F5, F6, F7, and 8. Weapons get 30% more shots, shields get 30% more resistance, and engines get you 30% more afterburner. All three will recover faster when you have more power in each one. If you're just starting out, I would recommend keeping this default. But for easier keyboard access, I would highly recommend in Options, head to Keybinds. Then bottom left, click Advanced Control Customization. Then find the drop-down Power Triangle assignment. You want to set on all three: increase, tap, set to max, hold. 1 for weapons, 2 for engines, and 3 for shields. And just leave your reset as F8. You could change it to 4, but keep in mind you'll have to unbind cycle attackers under flight targeting. 1, 2, and 3 are default used for the pin target system, which can be helpful in multi-crew situations, but I promise they are less valuable than capacitors. Next, we have gimbals. If you tap G, you can cycle through the gimbal mode. The first is fixed/lock. Your ship shoots where your crosshair is, straightforward. And target mode, which allows you to use your gimbals freely within that circular range. Now that that's covered, let's get back to the mission. Once you're at Hurston, there's no need to spool your quantum again because you're already in nav mode. Just look at your next target and hold mouse 1. If you're going into an asteroid field, take advantage of the scanning ping. By pressing tab, you can reveal asteroids that are hard to see. As you get within about 5k of the mission, you'll see your enemies start to pop up. Press T to target. You can use left alt and T to untarget. Use L for ship lights. You never want to fly straight at your target. Try to keep an eye on the TVI that we talked about earlier. Try either holding a down strafe, a left strafe, or a right strafe, along with W. Then, as you pitch and yaw, you'll orbit around your target. You want to shoot the PIP, or predictive impact point. This is the small circle that's ahead of the ship. This is your ship telling you the most likely place that their ship is going to be by the time your bullets get there. Another style of evasion is spinning your magazine, and while you're recharging, fly past your target to cut off their line of sight of you. By the time you turn around, your magazine should have more ammo and you've denied them doing damage to you. If you get missiled, you can tap H or hold H to release multiple decoys. Tap J to release chaff. If you're in big trouble in PvE or PvP, I'd recommend chaffing and then holding B to switch to nav mode. Your shields will go down, but your chaff will cover you while you're switching to the faster mode. Then once you're in nav mode, make sure you scroll your speed limiter up. Then just hold Shift and W and you'll be okay most of the time. Once you feel like you have the hang of flying, and if this feels annoying to you, having to scroll up and down for the speed limiter all the time, you can actually turn this off in the settings here. Once your opponents are down, it's mission complete. You'll have one more mission, Bounty Hunter Contract Evaluation. You should get one of these from every planet to get certified. In this case, we're doing it for Hurston. This mission will qualify us to do VLRTs. Once you're qualified, do enough of the VLRTs until you level up. When you do, you're going to get another certification. That's going to move you on to LRTs, low risk targets. From there, you'll go to medium rated threats, high rated threats, very high rated threats, and finally extreme level threats. And you can be making up to 85k per mission on the hardest ones. You can check your rep tab to see how close you are to the next certification. And congratulations, you've made it to the final section. Let's talk about the criminal system. Now it's up to you if you want to work on the side of the law or against it. If you're ever wondering, is the space government watching me right now? Go ahead and look to the top left.
Is the space
You're gonna
government
see an
watching me
icon with
right
an
now?
eye. This is monitored space. Criminal activities are going to be recorded, or if you have a bounty, crime stat 3, 4, or 5, you'll be tracked in real time. But again, this is only in monitored space. In unmonitored space, there's no consequences for crime, no instant marker tracking bounties, and most importantly, no witnesses. Each moon or planet is going to have their own comm array. You can hack it to turn it off in the surrounding space around the planet or moon, but you'll need a hacking chip to do it. Keep in mind that big landing zones on planets and space stations have monitored zones that cannot be turned off. We call stations soft arm assist, meaning no FPS combat, but ship combat is allowed. Hard arm assist means no ship or FPS combat at all. These are at landing zones or select outposts around Stanton. You can tell you're in an armistice zone by the symbol in the top left. So we've decided we want to commit a crime by shooting the station. Now this isn't too bad, and I won't even have a bounty at this point. With a crime stat 2 or below, you can quantum away and the station will forget you ever attacked it in just a few minutes. Crime stat 1 and 2 are payable at the admin on stations and inside the hangars at major landing zones. Once you have a CS3, you will get a
You just
bounty
like go to
placed on you.
jail for
You'll have
the
two
evening.
options to get rid of it.
You get out in the
Option
next
one,
morning and the
right?
cops and the magistrate are like, well, he showed up and he told us what he did and he was very sorry and he's not here to violate the community or do anything, and he could have just disappeared, but he even fessed up to the crime and he paid the money, and yeah, we don't want to inconvenience him, he's a nice guy, he's not here to harm anybody, etc., and they let you go. And that's kind of funny when you step on somebody's toes. It can be like that, like, I didn't mean to, I'm so sorry, I'm here to pay my debt to society, and you'll be out within a couple of days. It's way worse when you run from them. You'd be surprised. I've had some friends who have been up for some like fucking serious things who are out inside of like fucking 48 hours, something like that. Like they're not that interested in keeping you there unless you show defiance and run from them all the time and habitually break the law all the time. At which point they stop believing anything that you say, and they just throw the book at you.
I have a hacking chip from this room at Grimhex around Yella.
I
You'll
have
head to
no
SDK
interest in
Spaceport Correct.
where he went in the last like half an hour or something like that. I have no interest in where he went, like clearing your crime stat and running missions and flight combat and all that stuff. He thinks it's a ship game, but what I'm interested in is its RP ability to entertain me, and I need to know, does Star Citizen, I don't know, like I can handle like learning how to land over and over and over again, I think. But where he went with the end of the training, yeah, forget also that this game is fucking old. It's like old now. It's been around for a while. Let's watch this guy's video.
Alright, this is not how I want to start this video, but I'll try and make this as quick as possible. So, this video is called 15 Days of Star Citizen. And the whole idea of the video is to show you a real playthrough of the game in a super cut kind of way. It's an awesome video. I've edited it already. Now, there's a couple of caveats I need to talk about before we get into the video. Number one, there's a lot of game crashes that I've talked about before that whilst recording I assumed was Star Citizen's fault. Turned out to be more of an Intel specific CPU issue. I've made a video on that if you want to go watch it. Long story short, Intel CPUs, the 14th and 13th gen, kind of become unreliable over time, which was the issue I was having. Anyway, that's caveat one. Number two is at the beginning I say it's going to be 100 days. and obviously it's not. It's 15, and that's not Star Citizen's fault. That's more the Intel issue, and also it kind of coincides with I want to test and see what you guys think. The video is fairly long. Days. Okay, so day one, I decided days. Okay, so day one. The first thing I did is
look how cool the quarters look, because the RP capability is there. It's probably boring unless you put it there, but like honestly, like the room looks good to me.
to the shop.
It's got like windows, and I think
nothing on this character.
Oh no, there's nothing on this floor.
I had 20,000 Alpha UEC in my pocket, so I had to purchase wisely. So I purchased the weapon, got the C54 SMG, decided to pick up the pistol as well. And I went in the shop to see if I could find the multi-tool, which it turned out I couldn't really find. Also got some armor, very basic suit here, put it all on. So we've got the legs, the arms, the torso, helmet, attach the weapon, attach the pistol, and I even managed to put on some nice clips of ammo. So after double checking I couldn't purchase the multi-tool, I decided to head over to the kind of industrial area of Crusader. It's a really interesting area with a lot of cargo stuff, has a lot more things to buy, just like the practical multi-tool. Now after checking I had some money left over, I decided to go over and purchase a backpack. And this is where my first Star Citizen bug came to greet me. So I went to try on the backpack, and weirdly it then moved my weapon. But then when I went put the backpack down, it still had my gun attached, and there was no way for me to get my gun back. So what very little money I had,
yeah, that sounds like developers.
So regrettably I had to go back and go and buy another weapon.
Can you delete
Then
the
we
character
made our
at
way
that
to
point?
the
Probably
spaceport,
not.
where I could finally greet my first ship for this series, the Mustang Alpha. Seeing it for the first time was something really special. Yes. And with that, I was able to take my ship for its first flight. And I was weirdly excited, despite the fact I've done this hundreds of times. Maybe thousands, I don't know. Woohoo! Yeah, let's go.
Cool, is it a city in the
Now, it did
clouds?
occur to me that I shouldn't crash because, again, that's really going to start whittling away.
Oh no, what's happening here? Am I dying? I am.
Like
Did you kill me? Oh, yes you did. Of course you did.
I decided to crack on and do some.
I went to AFK, so of course you
coming
killed
up
me.
to Seraphim Station, I'm reminded
There was
that
nothing
how
around when I
cool
went
this
to
new
AFK,
space station
but-
is, and also with the backdrop of Horizon behind me. It was a pretty cool moment. I also had my very first landing, which I rate a.
There's the RP, right? Now my thing is like I want to make enough money to have enough fuel to just sit there and look out the window at the planet. Nobody is probably going to kill you, right? I mean, maybe they come, but I don't know. Like most of the time, and then I just think about what am I going to do next and all this stuff, and like that's the RP that I want. Like I don't know. I don't think I want to do the structured like main of this game. I think hauling will be enough for me, and I'll just do that. And then when I have enough money, I'll buy the best hauler, and I'll do it at the high end or whatever, and hopefully nobody fucks with me. And we just, do my business. Oh, I was not going this way. Damn it! I meant to go the other way. Yeah, I need to get there, which is annoying. Yeah, the I don't know. The game
So the
doesn't
first
look
thing I
that
did
bad
was
to me.
set my blueprint, my DNA respawn thing, regeneration token, I don't know, to Seraphim Station. So if I take an L, I can respawn here rather than down at the planet. Should save me a lot of time. So day 2 was kind of my day 1. Day 1 was all prep. So today was all about getting money and, starting to build my Star Citizen empire. That was the plan anyway. So the first thing I did was actually go to check how much my next ship rental would be. So the ship I've got at the moment is pretty good, the Mustang Alpha. But if I'm going to do cargo or mining or anything like that, I'm going to need something a little bit bigger. So I went with the Drake Cutlass Black. And as you can see, it's 36,000 Alpha UEC. So I've got to go and try and do some missions so I can rent it for a day. As I got back to my ship, I actually realized there's something different about this ship that I hadn't really ever noticed. Wow. I did not know it did that.
Did what? What's it doing?
Wait, you can open it?
Open what?
Oh, that's cool.
Wait, what?
Huh. Oh, wait, I can open the end. Ah.
Wait, what the hell?
I guess I could do box missions or something with this. Okay, good to know. So yeah, that was a pretty cool thing I didn't notice before. But now's time to select.
That's good to know.
Mission. So the first mission I went for was my first bounty mission. I've done plenty of bounty missions in the past and they're pretty easy. All you have to do is kind of go after a target in a specific area and they scale based on the amount of ships or size of ships that you have to go after and the payout. So early on, I wasn't too worried. We're going to get a really nice, easy, small target and it's probably going to be absolutely fine on a ship like this. But on the way, I got my second Star Citizen bug, which was kind of interesting. Yeah,
look, it's a beautiful game in terms of the RP, and that's what I want these days. I think I want graphics now. Now that I've got a 4060 Ti, I want good graphics in games in the RP. Like Starfield, I wish it was good. Maybe Starfield is the game that I'm thinking of. Like, I don't know. I don't think I need combat from Starfield. No, it's loading screens. That game isn't really very good in terms of like traveling.
Actually completed by itself. So technically, I'm so good. The game was like, Ollie, you don't even have to get close. It's fine. You're just a pro. Okay. Guess the first one's for free, huh? So with that said, I completed my first mission here in Star Citizen, and I went to go and get another one, which was on my favourite moon of Star Citizen at the moment, Deimos. Now this was an interesting bit of combat. I actually spent a solid like 5 minutes trying to pepper down this guy. I wasn't ever in any trouble, but this guy's... I think there's a bug at the moment. It's my third bug, I guess, where the ship like is invulnerable. You literally can't... It doesn't matter how many lasers you put on this guy. The Prospector, the ship I'm fighting, just doesn't seem to be taking damage. And I am glad I can edit this down because it went on for a long time. Oh, finally! Jesus!
That's how much damage it took to
cool,
kill
actually.
him?
I actually got to do my favourite thing, which was watch it crash into the ground. Which is always kind of pleasant. Kind of does this nice arc thing. It's kind of cool. Oh no, the rock!
Oh.
Okay. But I wanted to land and see if there was any loot. Turns out there was absolutely nothing, but I was able to get a juicy screenshot for the thumbnail for this video. Win. I did try and put the weapons in the back of my little cargo space to sell them, because you can get a bit of money for that, but they glitched out, and honestly, I could...
Yeah, I think I go to Star Citizen on the $45 ship, and then it just becomes a really, like, you know, the whales. What the people aren't understanding about it is it's not a scam, because the whales get it so addicted that they buy the $2,000 ships and they throw their friends in it, and they're like, come with me in my crazy ship. Look at all these blue trees. God damn, I'm gonna hit all... Ooh, look, it's a life moth. Wow, I had no idea there was all these blue trees right here at Stonebridge Shrine. Stonebridge Shrine. Wait, what was that sound? Oh, God. Wait. Oh, mad sheep. Nice. Rune gems.
not be bothered to get out and put them back in. So
Wait, I want to
we
see
only
that
got
on
one.
like I want to
Alright,
see
one
that on full screen, like the whole RP shot of it. Yeah.
if there was any loot. Turns out there was absolutely nothing, but I was able to get a juicy screenshot for the thumbnail for this video. Win. I did try and put the weapons in the back of my little cargo space to sell them, because you can get a bit of money for that, but they glitched out, and honestly, I could not be bothered to get out and put them back in. So we only got one. Alright, 1 out of 2 isn't bad. I can't be bothered. End of day 2, my little landing here. This was a little bit better. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. I don't know. Maybe a 6. And yeah, that was my first little stint of missions for getting some money. Day 3 was all about earning some more money, so I went out and started doing some bounty missions.
Wow. So see, the RP of it, from a streamer point of view, is a game like, yeah, this game is attractive. Yeah. Doms and no, it is Doms. It's somebody. It's Doms and Runegens out here. Yeah, I don't care, frankly. Oh, wait, I don't want to die. 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 You're so annoying. Yeah. It's annoying because it will run as a main, but I mean, I can still run in like a really hardcore game like New World in the background, which is like so cool. Like I can like RP park a ship somewhere and just have it staring at a beautiful fucking view, and I can go play New World. Who cares, right? Who cares? No one is ever gonna know you're there unless you're on some route to somewhere or whatever. You just go off the beaten path for a bit, and you get a really good shot, and you just like look out the port of your fucking ship. And I want to move my way up to the biggest cargo ship. I think that'd be sweet. I think as a main, the game looks kind of weak, frankly. I don't know. Maybe there's better games out there than this. I don't really know. I can't tell.
Our first bounty was pretty simple, just a little origin ship inside the asteroid field around Yella. Yay! Easy, easy. Oh, hello. I then accidentally took a mission which was actually on foot, but I still.
I mean, I need to kill these anyways. There's just so many blue trees though. This will be good money.
Bye. Sticking with bounty hunting, I went
like
to
200 gold or something.
A little bounty there. We took down a Mustang Alpha and the little RSI starship, the Aurora. Yay! I then decided to do a cave mission, which I think was a mistake. So I went in, took out a few guys, no problems there. I mean, one guy did sneak up on me, which was kind of scary. Oh shoot, bloody hell. Oh, but then I realised I was in a haunted cave and I couldn't reload. Oh jeez, bloody hell. Whoa, what the frick? Jeez, I can't see him. Oh, what the? Reload? wait, reload. Oh, it's not going to reload now, is it? Yeah, so this was a pretty bad situation. I couldn't reload, I was pinned down, and then this happened. Please. This isn't fair, bro. Oh, you're joking. Oh, that's so unfair. No. No, I lost progress. And I still can't reload. So not only did I lose progress and not get the mission, I was so close to finishing it, which was really upsetting, but also now I was stuck in a cave, unable to reload, and new enemies had spawned. Ow. Oh, come on. It's not fair. Oh, wow. This actually sucks so much. Oh. Alright, well. Take this, you son of a... Alright, cool. Oh, and the cave decided to continue to be haunted. Whoa. What? Ah! Thankfully, I did actually manage to get out somehow. I'm never going in a cave again. That was a big mistake. Oh, what an ordeal. With that, I would decided to do something nice and easy and simple and less likely to break, which was literally just disposing of waste. A little cash injection for doing virtually nothing. Perfect.
Disposing of waste, huh?
So I loaded up the waste of the first location and headed over to the second location. And weirdly, when I got there was a load of cargo boxes, which made me really sad because I could have sold that and made some money. I did actually try and put the smaller boxes in the storage unit. No. Why? It looks... But as you can probably tell, that doesn't work. Damn it. Oh, and fun fact, you can actually pick up the Mustang Alpha with a multi-tool. It's kind of weird. Wait, what? Oh, no. No. Oh, I made a mistake here.
You can
so
pick
I
up
put the rest of the waste in,
Alpha
and all
with
I
a
needed to do at this
multi-tool.
point was
Wow.
go to an OM marker and dump it somewhere. There we go. Good riddance. And to finish the day, I reminded myself that A, you shouldn't speed towards a space station, and 2, they need to add lights. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh no. Oh. Oh man. Oh. So day 4 was an odd one. I first of all wanted to heal up yesterday's injury, so I went to the hospital, got myself healed up, made sure everything was looking good so I can go out and earn some more money. We're really close to being able to rent the Drake Cutlass, so only a few more missions and we'll be there. Now I got tempted in the mission menu by another cave, and I know I promised myself I wouldn't do it, but 25k is such a big payout in comparison to everything else. I got tempted. So, yeah. Now, when I got there, there was actually loads of ships. But when I landed, that's when the really weird stuff started to happen. What was that? What? 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 I'm so confused. Thanks for the weapon though. That's actually kind of handy. So yeah, as I went into the cave, even more weird stuff was happening. What is happening?
Buggy. This is why I don't want to do the combat. Maybe in 5 years.
So at that point, I kind of decided to leave.
Yeah.
I know caves get you a lot of money, but
Oh, wait,
yeah.
he's a butcher.
Let's just do some regular bounties. So I selected a bounty here, and I had an interesting opponent, actually. It was the Argo Raft. A raft? You what? Okay. That's new. So anyway, I dealt with the Mustang Alpha friend of his first. Whoa.
Target has been destroyed.
And then it was on to the raft. So I picked off all of his engines, but I don't know what's going on. The opponents seem really tanky. It seems really hard to actually destroy anything in this game right now. So I was wailing on this guy for a long time. Wow, that's cool actually.
I think your lasers are just
All right.
weak
All your ranges are gone.
because you're not in a combat
Now
ship.
what are you gonna do? Hey! Finally! At long last, I took down the raft. And I got to see him crash. And I have to say, it looked pretty insane. Now, I noticed he had really big weapons on his ship. And I wanted to make sure I couldn't switch up for the weapons on my ship, because that would have been a nice little upgrade. So they were too big, they didn't fit. So I decided to just put them in the trunk and sell them at Seraphim Station. Now there was something else that kind of piqued my interest. A little ship parked on the edge of the desert. So I went to go and have a look. And then this happened.
Docking request engaged. Docking request rejected. Landing gear retracted.
What? 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 No! I can't even go back and get that stuff, because if I go back, I'm just gonna crash again. So yeah, that was the end of day 4. So day 5 rolls around and I go out on a bounty hunt just to get us over the line and make a little bit of extra money. I take down 2 ships, a 125A
Target has been destroyed.
and a Aora ES for a little bit of pocket change.
Target has been destroyed.
And then once again, I see the 25k and I get tempted. I give it one more chance. This is the last chance caves have for me. So I landed. There was a couple of ships already here, which was interesting. I got out my ship and then I quickly realized something. Oh, I remember now. I have nothing. That's all good. Maybe this guy has something. So I searched the 2 ships, the Avenger and the Sulin, neither of which had any weapons for me to use. Although the Avenger did have a bit of cargo. No. So anyway, I ventured into the cave thinking, alright, this is really dumb. And yeah, I was kind of hoping to karate chop the first guy I found and take their weapon. That was the plan. It was a dumb plan, but we plowed on. See? It was easy. Told you guys. So after taking all of his armor, I went deeper to find more enemies, and I found one really quickly. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Ow, 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 ow.
Scary.
Sometimes I never learn my lesson. Now, a reasonable person would leave with 20% health. No, not me. I just decided I would find a med pen from one of the enemies. So, I shot. And I shot. But despite my best efforts, no one or nothing seemed to have a med pen. So, 20% health was my new best friend. That was until I got to the dark part of the cave where I nearly died the other day. Eventually, I kind of ran out of ammo, so I had 1 bullet left to make it count. And it didn't. So I had to go back and find another weapon that I'd forgotten to pick up. Eventually, I found an SMG, and then decided to continue down into the cave. The weird thing was, I suddenly realized for some reason I now had 4% health rather than 20. Now I approached the dark part of the cave, and I swear I could see something in the shadows. Turns out I was right. And I died. So after looting up, buying med pens ahead of time and a weapon, I ventured back into the cave. Good times. I found old me and took all my armor. Then I got to this weird bit where I had to crawl and there was a marker, but I couldn't see anything. Also, I couldn't get through. So I just started shooting and hoping for the best. I actually was stuck at this point, which was not fun. Especially when they started shooting back at me.
This is the most blue trees I've ever seen.
But eventually, they went down.
Stonebridge Shrine. Gotta remember blue trees, Stonebridge Shrine.
I quickly turned around and decided to head home. But that's not where it ended, guys. Honestly, why do I do it to myself? Thank goodness I'm alive. Oh my, what the? Yeah, I promise I'm absolutely done with caves. I'm not doing any more. So just to top up the bank account before I headed back, I did a quick little bounty. It was actually a low risk target bounty, which was kind of cool. So I went up against a hawk.
Target has been
Oh, that was cool. And a reliant, which was kind of interesting.
target has been
Hey, nice. So I decided to do just one more bounty. This one was really cool because I actually went up against a Saber Raven, super rare ship. It did not last long. And a Aura, which also didn't last very long. Day 6 was really special, and by special I mean lots of bugs, hard work, but essentially still made progress. So it's funny, I actually dedicated day 6 to commentating over the entire recording session. So I actually made a video out of it. So if you want to watch day 6 and all my struggles I had and everything that went wrong, just go click that commentation and come back. But essentially, long story short, tried loads of missions, a lot of them failed, still made small progress here or there, and now I've got enough money to go and rent the Cutlass for 3 days, as well as a little mining rock vehicle. So yeah, on to day 7. So day 7 was really exciting for me because all that work I'd put into in the last few days all come down to the fact that I wanted to rent the Cutlass Black and a mining vehicle and go out mining. So today I finally got to do that. Started off with a bit of healing, a bit of shopping, and then we finally got to rent the beautiful Cutlass Black for 3 days. Awesome. Opening it up, I'm reminded how much I love this ship. It's like a really good solo size ship. It can do cargo, it can carry a vehicle, it's got a bit of firepower. It's a really nice, well-rounded ship, and I personally really love the Drake Cutlass Black. It's pretty awesome. So loaded up with some goodies, some hydration, some things we need to take with us. Then we took the ship to Crew L1, a station where you can rent the mining vehicle which we'd need to do some diamond mining. So heading into the hangar and heading over to the refinery, we found the rental desk where I could rent the Grey Cat Rock for a small price of 7 grand for 3 days. Absolutely worth every penny. That's awesome. Then it was a case to head into Daymar to Area 141 where you could cool up the vehicle. It's interesting. I think in this series, the whole game is going to change. This particular thing I'm doing now, I won't have to do in the future. We could actually do it at the space station, but it's just a weird step at the moment, and the game's constantly changing. And the more I think about it, from day 1 to day 100, the game will feel really, really different. So I'm actually even more excited about this series the more I do this. So I carefully loaded up the Grey Cat Rock onto the Cutlass Black. I'm not going to lie, there was a moment where I was a little worried where I thought I'd got it wrong and it wasn't going to fit, but there was a weird bug with the mining arm and I just had to reset it, but other than that, all good. Then it was a case of flying around Daymar to just try and find some rocks to mine. Now there's two kinds of rocks. There's kind of the mining rocks that your prospector larger mining ships mine. I actually managed to find some really high valuable items, so maybe I need to come back to this, renting the prospector another time. But for now, I needed to find the very small rocks that hold diamonds, so we had to keep looking and keep searching. So I finally found a single rock near some other minables. Now, I had no expectations of making a lot of money here, but it was a good place for me to practice and remember how to use the mining rock vehicle. So I'm not gonna lie, this is probably one of my most favorite things to do in Star Citizen at the moment. It's so chill, just you, your mining vehicle, and the rock you're mining. So if you've never seen it before, you have to adjust the power of your laser and keep it in that middle green zone. If you go over it, it will explode, and you should keep that in mind for the future in a minute. But for now, it's pretty plain sailing. You keep it in the middle and it will nicely break, and then you can extract and suck up all the good materials.
Extraction mode on.
So the next load of rocks that I managed to find was this actual quite large pool of rocks, which I was pretty excited about. So I started mining and I got through all of them with absolutely zero troubles. Apart from when I got distracted by my phone. Guys, don't text and mine. Bad things can happen. Okay, hopefully this is far enough back that I won't die. Is it going to explode? Whoa! Please tell me you're joking. Oh my goodness. No. Did I just... Oh my word. I thought I blew off the engine. No, the engine's still there. Okay. Blooming heck, man. You gotta pay attention. That shit will
Warp
kill
drive
you.
active.
That's when I realised that I actually busted the mining laser, and to be fair, I'm pretty lucky with that result. It nearly killed me. So the fact that I only blew up my mining arm is actually pretty lucky. And actually, the vehicle completely stopped moving at one point, so I had to use my true hold attachment thingamajiggo. Okay. So I put the vehicle in the Drake Cutlass and moved all the diamonds from one side to the other. Phew! Right, select the vehicle, get rid of all of that. So, there we go. Oh, and then I realized some of the damage that I caused. Oh yeah. I didn't see the giant explosion there. That's hilarious. I then decided to dump the vehicle because there's literally 0 point me taking it back with me. So I had to go and get a replacement. So I loaded up, got a replacement, and set back out on the light side of the planet where I could continue mining. Then I probably found the best haul of diamonds so far, and I blew up every single one with absolute precision.
Extraction mode on.
So after that, I decided to go back to Area 141 and actually see how much everything that I'd got would add up to, because I had absolutely no idea how much money I would make, and I was super curious. So this is how much I made. I made 80k, which is really impressive. Like, I was super happy with that. That was that last haul that you just saw. I got 80k for that. I only got 4k for Aphorite, which I was super sad about, because I think that's the one that nearly killed me. And then I got 17k for Dolvine, which again wasn't very good. So from this point, I realized if I'm gonna make money doing this, I need to focus on Hadanite and just kind of skip everything else. So day 8 in concept was pretty simple. It was literally a rinse repeat with the little addition of focusing on Hadanite and kind of skipping over the other stuff. I figured I could probably make over 100k, even more, if I just stick to that. So it took me a while, but eventually I did track down a huge pile of Hadanite, which I was very excited about. So naturally I mined it all. It was delicious. Okay, so to play it safe, once I found that load, I went straight back to Area 141. And on my first run, which was pretty quick, I made 106k, which I was very happy about. Okay, so it took me literally ages to find my next load of Hadanite, and then I stumbled upon what looked like one of the biggest hauls I'd seen yet. And then this happened. Oh no. No, no, no. No! Oh, you're joking. Damn it, Chris! Oh, I'm so glad I saw that at night. Oh my word, that was so lucky. Now the thing is, I actually loaded back into the game, and with nothing but pure luck, I actually managed to log in exactly where I stood, which I was so grateful, because that haul looked awesome. Yes! Woo! Thank you, Chris. Hell yeah. So I went ahead and mined it all. It took me ages, but it was super chill. I listened to a nice podcast, kicked back, relaxed, had a nice beverage with me, and eventually I got through it all.
Extraction mode on.
At the end of that run, I managed to collect a grand total of $139,000. Oh, dollars. 139,000
Dollary dues.
And compared to everything else I've been doing, this was a huge payout. Took me ages to find it, and took me ages to mine it, but it was super chill and pretty profitable. So I was pretty happy at this point. So day 9 was my last day with the Cutlass Black and mining vehicle, so I went out and just rinse repeat. It was super profitable, and I wanted to get enough money to get into actual trading. So it was kind of a simple, if I get loads of money, I can then spend that on cargo and kind of do some more stuff. So went out, found some more Hydronite, and in total I brought back a grand total of 166,000 Alpha UEC. Beautiful take for a day, wasn't complaining at all. But tomorrow was going to involve some interesting gameplay I haven't yet experienced. So day 10 was going to be virtually the riskiest day I've had up to this point, but it could be potentially the most profitable. So I went to get myself a new Cutlass Black, headed over to a little destination where you can buy Vice products. Now these products are not allowed if I get scanned. It's also very susceptible to pirates. Anyway, so I landed, got out and started buying some products. I spent a grand total of 20k just to check out the route and make sure everything went smoothly. I landed at Brio's, a very popular place on Daymar to sell Vice goods. Made sure there was no one around, snuck into the little terminal and managed to sell it for a measly 28,000. Now with the proven concept, I went back on the goal of investing basically all of the money I'd earned up to this point. Hugely risky, but the payout will be awesome. Now there were some issues with like having to leave one FCU, weird bug type thing, but managed to fill up the entire ship. But overall I spent about 500,000 Alpha UEC and I was left with just 28,000 Alpha UEC, pretty much what I had on day 1. This was massive. It was cool also seeing all the cargo in the back of the cutter. That was pretty neat. So I bought about 400,000 worth of cargo and I managed to sell it for about 500,000. So I made about 100,000 Alpha UEC in literally 5 minutes, which compared to mining yesterday, it was a huge payout. Like if you compare the time it took me to do diamonds yesterday to the 5-minute Vice run I did today, this was way more profitable. So I did it a few times. Now because supply and demand is kind of a thing in this game, eventually I was getting less and less profit each time I was doing it, but I ended the day with around 940,000 Alpha UEC, which is nothing to complain about. Didn't run into any trouble. This was awesome. Okay, so day 11 was pretty interesting because I wanted to use the whole cargo gameplay but focus on the most profitable and most legal, and that is recycled material at the moment. And for that I had to head over to Hurston at this little place called Rappel. Now when I got there, there was actually loads of people parked around it, multiple C2s, there was another player flying in, and this just made me super anxious. I guess because this is the most profitable, it's the most popular. So I decided to see if I could find it from somewhere else, and I actually stumbled upon a pretty cool location called Picker's Field. Now when I got there, there was absolutely nobody else there, and there was no wait time. I was able to load up the cargo. It was a over half a million worth of Alpha UEC. So this, again, was a massive undertaking. Now for delivery, I headed over to Microtech and headed over to the TDD at New Babbage. There's a little parking spot outside, so you don't have to take the tram, which was super useful. But when I got to the terminal, I was a little worried I'd have to wait to unload it, like there wouldn't be enough demand for it, but actually managed to sell it instantly, and the profit I made was very nice. So I managed to sell it for 669,000 Alpha UEC. Nice. And I actually headed back to do another run. Now it was the same deal again, managed to pick up a full load of the material, no trouble, no players around, and I don't think I mentioned this before, but the orange boxes, totally different to anything I'd seen before for cargo. I really like how different cargo has a different look. It looked pretty cool. I don't know, I just felt like it was worth mentioning. Anyway, went back to Microtech to drop it off, and same again, I was a little bit worried that maybe the inventory would be maxed out or something. It said no demand, but I was able to sell it anyway, which was a bit weird. Also, the price was a little bit less. Not a huge amount, but definitely interesting that the price does change. So with that, we're now over the 1.1 or close to 1.2 million Alpha UEC, and I think what I need is a bigger vehicle. So that's what we're going to have to do for day 12. So day 12 rolls around, and the plan is to get a bigger ship to do the exact same cargo run with the hope we can earn a lot more money. Now, the interesting thing about day 12 is if you want to see what actually happens moment to moment, I recorded a video for it, much like day 6. I'll put a connotation to that video if you want to watch it. But first things first, we went to Crusader to rent the Constellation Andromeda. So I took the Constellation all the way to Hurston, back to my favorite location for getting cargo, Pickersfield. So I approached, landed, there was a few ships around, but I didn't see any players, so I was fairly confident I was going to be okay. Luckily for me also as well, it was nighttime, so it was kind of hard to see me if people were looking out for me. But the really crazy thing about this whole situation was when I actually bought the cargo, it literally rinsed me. I had virtually nothing left. It was absolutely critical I didn't die at this point. So it cost me 980,000, and that was basically all of my money. It didn't even fill up the Constellation. I think I was left with literally 3,000 Alpha UEC. So if I died, or if the game crashed, or something,
your entire week,
got pirated, I would lose literally everything, and like the series would basically be over. And quite honestly, I would have probably quit the series at this point. So I got back on board, and I quickly got out of there, making my way to an OM marker. Now, to go to Microtech, rather than going directly there and risking getting jumped by pirates, I decided to do what's called a dogleg, and I managed to send my ship towards the left of Microtech to hopefully kind of get out of any pirate trap on the way. So I did that. It took much longer, and you know, used fuel and took a bit of calculation, but you know, I literally only had 3,000 Alpha UEC left. I needed this to go well. So I got to New Babbage, no problem, and at this point I'm fairly safe. No one can use their weapons in this zone. The only real risk I've got is if someone crashes into me or I crash myself, which could totally happen, but managed to land with no problem. So at this point I got inside, and I was pretty convinced that I'd actually nailed this situation. Nothing could happen to stop me, right? Other than the elevators. Yeah, the elevators were broken. I had this issue on stream a few weeks ago, and basically the elevators do arrive eventually, but it takes like 10 minutes. So reluctantly, and I mean reluctantly, I think I waited like maybe 15 minutes for the elevators arrive. I took my ship to a landing pad and had to go the long way to the TDD terminal. Now thankfully I made it to the TDD terminal, and it was crunch time. Did I make juicy amounts of money? You bet. I sold all of it instantly. 83 SCU of material, made 1.2 million. And after renting the Andromeda, I made a lot of money there. I think I made about 220,000 Alpha UEC for one cargo run. That was awesome. Oh, that made me so happy. Okay, so day 13 was a very simple maximum income cargo drive. Like, I nailed the system. I made a lot of money, and honestly, I could make millions doing this. So that's what I set out to do. We did our first run, absolutely no issues at all. Got to Pickersfield again, loaded up, come back to Microtech, no issues. Now, here's the thing, guys. Star Citizen has a lot of players in the game, and some of them want to steal your progress. Some of them work as a team to take all your money. And, well, here's what happened the second time I got to Pickersfield. It was something. Alright, cool. Nice. Big bucks is all mine. Stupid. If this kills me, I'm gonna be mad. Good. Oh man, look at that sunrise. That is gorgeous.
Yeah, the visuals are the best I've ever seen in a game. Better than Rust. Way better.
Alright, sweet princess. Let's go make some big bucks.
Rust is the most beautiful game I've ever seen. This looks better.
Come on, where's the door?
Forgive me.
What the? Oh, no. What the? Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Oh no. He's on the blinking platform. Oh,
Yeah.
I've just opened the door for him.
Fucking gankers.
He's literally got 1.1 million worth of cargo.
You made it.
Oh, I cannot believe this has happened. It's like 11 days of work.
Yeah.
Is there a chance he just revives me and say, Frank, bro?
No.
Oh man, I can hear stuff. Oh, there's another ship. Oh my, they're organized. No, I cannot believe this actually happened to me. I thought this was a myth. I didn't think people actually did this.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Wait, what's happening? Oh no, no!
I'm used to
He's
it.
literally flying my ship badly, and he's thrown me across the ground. I actually cannot believe this has happened to me, guys. Oh, there goes my ship. But I can't go! Oh, I'm actually emotional right now. Oh, I'm sticking my fingers on my computer screen so hard right now. Seriously, bro. Oh, I hate you so much.
This is why I don't fly anything but the base ass ship. You know.
And then I decided to go out of my way to maybe chase them down. Maybe I could find them. Maybe I could locate them. Maybe I could, you know, take back my stuff. Well, Chris had other ideas. I'm wondering. They've even gone to New Babbage. Whoa. That's awfully strange. Huh. They're literally shooting the Seraphim station. What? That is bizarre. Yeah, they've either gone to what do you reckon? New Babbage, or they're like transferring it or something? Like an OM marker? I guess let's go back to Hurston. They're probably... If I was a pirate, I would be at an OM marker, unloading it and putting it into another vehicle. So, I don't know. This is a real long shot. I really don't expect this to do anything, but hey. I'm so sad right now. 1.1 million. Wait. Oh. Really?
And it crashed.
Really? Chris, you really gonna do that to me now? You really gonna crash the game after... I'm done. this day is over. I'm going to go out for a drink. I need a beverage. So day 14, I thought, okay, what am I going to do now? So I thought I'd go back and just do a really simple mission, something, you know, just to forget about the cargo, honestly. So I went and I looted up, I went to the shop, I got some items, I, you know, got myself prepared, and then I decided to take a really cool job, which was an investigation mission on Daymar on a crash site, and all I had to do was locate the pilot and give him confirmation. I actually really like the narrative of like seeing like a crash and people, you know, falling out of the ship and kind of the story behind it. I actually think it's really cool, and it was probably like one of the easiest missions. Just turn up, find the guy, and that's it. You get 10k, which by the way is not a lot of money, I know, but it just was nice to get back into something in Star Citizen. I then proceeded to take a second mission, and I was really lucky or unlucky because it was actually in the exact same place. However, I think that caused some issues. My ship ended up getting blown up by some random bounty, and then I spent hours literally trying to find this person which was meant to be there and definitely wasn't there. I tried flying away, coming back. I tried all sorts. So I think the mission was bugged, and at that point
I
was
like this guy,
you know what?
Ollie 43. He's famous. Wow, 2 million subs for what?
The asteroid is depleted.
What's he normally do? Oh, he's like the main Star Citizen guy. 48 million. He does GTA 5 stuff as well. Yeah, the content looks good. I might well, I'm definitely going to play this game.
I'm going to show you what you can accomplish as a new player to Star Citizen. We're going to start
Thank
with
you,
10,000
Hawks Gaming.
AUC. We're going to end up with over 2 million just in one casual gameplay session. The starter ship package I'll be using today is the glorious Drake Cutter. The ghoulish green paint job just makes her look totally sick. The entire purpose of this video is to teach you, the new player, exactly how I would go about building wealth in the very first day of playing Star Citizen. The very first thing we're going to do is stock up on a whole bunch of free weapons and armor, and if you happen to be in the Crusader system, on Cellin there's a really good place called Gillette Family Farms. Another super good place to go is located in the Microtech system on the moon Euterpe. You're going to want to hit up Bud's Growery. Now my home spawn location happened to be Orison this time, and I would rather go to Bud's Growery because generally it's way better to loot up all the free guns, ammunition, and medical supplies we're going to need. Do yourself a favor, before heading down to your loot location, just quickly create a new buying location. For me it's going to be Port Tressler because we're totally going to be ripping off Bud's Growery. One of the biggest things you want to understand about being a new player is not to spend your early starting money. Alright, there's always ways to get guns, ammunition, medical supplies, armor, backpacks, things like that. That's what I always do at the very first stage of playing. As you fly into your destination, definitely be aware of your surroundings. This is a no armistice zone, so anything goes. Be aware of any ships in your location. If you toss out a ping and, you know, happen to see any reds appear on your radar, you might decide not to land here. Seriously, don't freak out too much, even if you're a new player. Right now, you are literally risking absolutely nothing for a chance at getting absolutely everything. Most definitely turn off your engines. Some ships are more secure than others when you're getting out of it, so make sure you break your freaking neck to get that ramp closed as quickly as possible if you have a ship like mine. You will start out with a med stick, a pistol, as well as 30 rounds of ammunition, so you're not totally defenseless here. And just because we didn't see any ships around doesn't mean there aren't players hiding here ready to gank me, so just be aware of your situation when you enter. let's head off into the back room. This is generally where you're going to strike the mother load, and as of right now, I'm not seeing any chests in the usual spawn locations. This does happen from time to time, and it just means that somebody got here before you on this server and totally looted everything. Now let's check this other room here. Well, there's generally a box right there or behind the desk here, and there's nothing. So yeah, definitely confirming my suspicions that someone's looted this area already. They're only going to spawn by the front door to the left or the right. There's nothing else in the room, so we got totally screwed, everybody. Now, I could have just completely edited that out and acted like I got a whole bunch of crap in my first run, but let me show you a little trick here that's going to pretty much guarantee that you're going to find loot. Step 1 is to log out in your bed, and I'm really sorry if your starter ship doesn't have a bed, because then you are actually screwed. The next step is to pick a different region. I was just in the US, so now we're going to head over to the EU, and hopefully a ship isn't literally sitting right on top of me, because if it is, then we're going to blow up. Well, the good news is it looks like I'm alive, so let's get back to looting. If you made it this far into the video, congratulations, because you have a chance to win the glorious Drake Cutter that I'm currently flying right now with the ghoulish green paint job and lifetime insurance. In order to enter into this giveaway, all you have to do is be a subscriber of Hawks Gaming YouTube channel, like this video, and just comment whatever the heck you want down below. Once this video reaches 1,000 likes, I'll use a YouTube random comment picker to pick the lucky winner. So good luck, everybody. This ship actually comes with a game package, so you know, if you've never played Star Citizen, you might be able to for absolutely nothing. And then why looky there, there's another red crate. And we've already found some medical supplies. Those are cool. They're not very expensive, but these guns and some of those armor pieces, they're worth a boatload of money. If you ended up wasting all your starter money on buying weapons as well as armor pieces, and then you go out there and get freaking murdered somehow, well, it sucks. As of now, we've done all of our looting right directly into the local inventory of where we're at, so none of these guns are in danger quite yet. You can either transfer them to your ship like so. Right now, if anyone blows you up, well, you're gonna lose all your stuff. If you want to be greedy and collect some more red crates, then just do another bed log, go to a different region, hop into that server, and there you go. You'll get even more weapons and armor pieces. If you end up doing that out of space greed, just keep in mind, do not transfer any of that stuff to your ship until you're ready to bug on out of there. You'll want to head directly to your buying location. For us, it's going to be Port Tressler. We're going to do a quick loot transfer here to Port Tressler, and the cool thing is we're not going to have to land to do it, which is a total bag of win. Once you see the please contact ATC to land, you're good to go. Just hop up out of your chair and then access your local inventory by pressing I. As soon as we get all this loot out of our ship, the better. You can move one at a time, or better yet, just hit the move all button and save yourself a bunch of drama. Operation Rip Off a bunch of weapons, ammo, as well as med supplies was a total success, but you know what? We're definitely going to need some more armor pieces. Best way to do that is just to do a stupid box mission and rip off both locations. This is very similar to what we did over at Bud's Growery. The main difference is we're going to be in an armistice zone, so we're mostly safe. Seeing how it is an armistice zone, though, we won't find any weapons here. What we can find at these locations are boatloads of armor, clothing, food supplies, as well as multi-tools and their attachments. Once we have all that stuff set in place, we're going to be able to actually go out there and make some real money. Because right now, it's just about stocking up. Before I stuff the box mission package in my ship, I generally like to rip everything off first. These white boxes will have clothing items, multi-tools, attachments, as well as food items. The only food items I'm going to be looting, though, are those colored drink bottles, because they actually fill up your food and water at the exact same time, so that's pretty awesome. Yeah, this wind makes me feel like I'm dragging myself by my lips to the next rip-off location, and here comes another Drake Cutter, so we're likely going to have competition for the lieutenant. Maybe he'll do something noobish and forget to turn off his engines. We can only hope. Of course my luck sucks. I went to the other building first. Now this guy got here to this one before me. If we get done teabagging the floor, I better hurry up and find some loot before this guy does, or he's gonna get absolutely everything. Oh my god, a red crate, get the hell out of my way, bro. Okay, let's hope that there's some stuff in here. We only got one helmet, but that helmet's actually worth a whole bunch of money, almost as much as doing this box mission. Found another white crate. The good news is it has one of these black cherry multi-tools in it, as well as 3 levitation beam attachments. That's freaking glorious. Yeah. Needless to say, the competition for loot here is totally real, so let's grab this box mission, just place it down on our cargo grid, and get the heck on out of here. So yeah, I mean, we kind of got screwed on loot, mostly the armor pieces I was hoping for, but you know, that happens, so it's kind of important that I keep this footage in here, you know, just so you know you're not going to go out and always find everything every time. Basically, I want to show you newer space cadets every step of the process, you know, without making the video freaking 6 hours long, so I do cut out some of the useless bits. This is our very first drink since starting this playthrough, and since I'm a guy, you know, I chose to drink the pink bottle first, because I like pink. And after you get done being a litter bug, don't forget to put your helmet on, you know, because you'll kill yourself if you don't half the time. Considering we took this box mission, I can't really do any bed logging quite yet, or it's going to kind of break the contract. So we're going to hope that there's a bunch of loot here, and if there isn't a bunch of loot here, well, I might start bed logging and be a cheese to get the loot I need. Sometimes you'll be directed to drop these box mission packages off on a shelf somewhere, but in most cases they're going to want you to put it in the Corvalec shipping container. This mission's only going to pay us about 3,000 space cheddar, but you know, it's a start. Since we're going to rip everything off anyway, we might as well start with this first red crate here. That was literally in the exact same room, and we found 2 helmets and a pair of arms. That's pretty awesome. Man, this is looking good. Another red crate in the same room, 4 helmets and a body armor. I'm gonna take it. Found another white crate, and considering I'm gonna really need those mining attachments soon, I'm glad we found some. Alright, now that was a good run. Once I find a really good place like this, I'll generally just bed log, but, you know, considering not everyone has a bed in their ship, let's just do one more box mission so we have boat piles of armor. Here's the loot I ended up with doing that box mission route. Didn't get so much the first time, but the second place, man, they got freaking hooked up fat. Time to drop off the last package and get paid. This time we're gonna get 6K, which isn't too super horrible, but I would imagine I have at least 30K plus worth of stuff on my ship to sell. At this point, I have a ridiculous amount of loot on board, so time to hit up Port Tressler. This time we're actually gonna land, and I'm probably gonna do something I wouldn't recommend do. I'm gonna sell everything for a profit and hope I don't die later. Here we go. We're almost there. Is it? That's a lot of loot. Every space station that orbits a planet will have a cargo center. You're gonna want to head there. At the cargo terminal, you can sell all the clothes here if you'd like, as well as any armor pieces you don't think you're going to be using in your gameplay. I'm just going to go ahead and be a complete idiot and sell everything because, you know, sure would suck if I ended up dying later. Our next stop is the armor shop. Now, realistically, you only need a large body armor and a large backpack right there. You can use all the other looted armor if you want, but you know, I've got a match because I gotta look cool in a vest arc, so I'm just gonna buy a whole bunch of blue armor. I'll be taking 2 multi-tools with me on this run. One's gonna have a tractor beam attachment and the other one will have a mining beam inside. Chances are we won't need these weapons, seeing as how I probably won't run into any other hostile players, but you never know. Just in case, might as well just stack up on a machine gun as well as a sniper rifle and some ammo.
So it's like Rust in the respect that there's this entire universe where unless the cops are there, this is actually maybe my game. I didn't realize it was trolly like that. I thought it was like space pirate trolly where they like board your ship and shoot you and stuff like that. I didn't realize it was like wherever you landed you could be completely ganked by somebody too, which is funny. I like that. The game looks technical and fucking hard. It does look good. I think I'll probably play it.
Yourself with that white medical gun as well, but I think we're just going to use up all these.
I think I'm going to do what this guy told me to do because it like seems like 100,000 really fast, and then I could just get a cargo ship in like fucking or whatever I think, or like rent. Yeah, like I can like rent a big cargo ship for like 3 days or whatever for that kind of money, and then just go and do crazy cargo missions for a while, and stack up for a few days like 500K. I like the econ thing. It looks really good. I don't know. I'm just gonna let the game like be the game. Maybe I like something. Maybe I don't. You know. I should have waited for the sneak attack. I'm stupid. This was risky what I did. This sheep is nasty. I better run the fast blade now and try to get two off, because I might finally have to use like an item maybe. Oh, I see that my food buff has worn. Can run my 2 hour. That's free. Okay, here's the hit. He tried to sleep me, which is dumb because he immediately woke me, and then it was like the least amount of damage I could take.
Med sticks. True story. Thought I was actually gonna make more money if I sold my clothes here, you know, considering they actually deal specifically in clothing, and, well, prices are exactly the same here as they are over at the cargo center, so might as well have just sold everything all in one location. Anyways, now you know, and knowing's half the battle.
Yeah.
Time to take this mean green machine and do ourselves a little cave diving. The easiest way to find a cave mission is just to look under the investigation section of the contract manager and look for a missing client. Just make sure the missing person is actually located near a cave and not some wreckage somewhere, because wreckage is just going to be a crash ship and we want to find a cave. You'll never be able to quantum travel directly to the cave location, so what I like to do is pick the closest location possible, and when I get close enough, I'll cut all power to my systems. This takes a little practice and timing, but once you get good at it, you won't have to fly so far to get to the cave. When approaching the cave, do so above the atmosphere so your ship can travel as fast as it possibly can, and only start to nose down when you're directly above your target. These caves are easily spotted from a high altitude, but that marker will go away eventually, and if you're really low to the ground, you might not find it at night. All of these caves are now designed for you to fly a smaller ship down into, get all the way down to the bottom in the freaking dark and creepiness, and then find some place to land. When you pretty much get down to the bottom, you're going to find a little cave entrance ahead. I like to land nearby that. Missing client
Docking
missions
permission
won't
requested.
spawn any
Docking
bad guy
request
NPCs,
accepted.
so if you see anybody, it's going to be a player. Oh my god, it's dark. Let me turn my flashlight on. What you're looking for are these little gem deposits with the...
Why the bad hip hop from AI in the background? I guess it keeps the pace for a certain way. But honestly, I think some really low ambient would be a far more... Like, the other guy had low ambient, it was good. Mad sheep, mad sheep. I was hoping that was straight Mary. I can't get Link. Mad sheep. I'm dead here for now for some reason. Damn it. I should have put a thing down. I shouldn't have gone AFK there. I knew better. It's a cave. I don't care though. There's no durability anymore, so it really doesn't matter. Maybe I should be stealing wool from them. I don't know. Wool is one way to... I think if I were to like convert the wool, but I don't think I have the levels. It's weird. Sheep wool is definitely a road on the Silk Road. Or sorry, a path on the Silk Road, but oh, here's somebody else camping the fucking sheep. Damn, I had no idea Stray Mary was this popular. I had no idea it had this depth. I had heard that it was essentially just like you have a ship and there's like nothing to do. I had no idea it had all this stuff going and all that. have to fight like a pack out here just to get it right to drop a goddamn tab. That's okay. What? They constantly do that. Why did you design it like that? Damn cats. Oh, I have points? Oops. Oh, I thought it was captain focus. What happened here? Oh, I changed gear. Huh? Respec then. Cap out. Okay, I do want to reach con because it's hard. It's hard without it. And I get a nice little bubble for strength, and that's fine. Yeah, so getting towards the end here, 63. I've got one more level to go. 1.5 more levels to go. I'm about to cap 65. You saw it over the last week. It was good. Oh, I didn't put down a tent. I'm probably gonna die here a lot because I'm gonna AFK in this cave. And AFK in this cave is a definite, definite way to... Wait, what? God damn it. Definitely a way to die. Nose is itchy. I didn't have a card that would run Star Citizen. That's the God's honest truth. And I've only had the card since what, like, I think it was like August, or no, I think I bought that in July. So now it's like August, September, August, September, October, November. So yeah, like 4 months. What was that sound? Oh, okay. I thought it was me. That's cute. There's all these dudes out here. Blind. Goddamn 2-minute blind? Really? You asshole. Oh yeah, well I blinded you. No, wait, no I didn't. Oops. Oh well, whatever. I'm gonna kill him really quick. That's fine. Nice. Marksmanship 12, which is nothing. I need more of it. Maybe I better get a quiver. That might be a good inventory spot. I could go home now. I could use the black drop to go home now and go get Signet and buy a quiver, I suppose. That'll be expensive. I'll have to send money. Boom.
Pink gems inside. Press 4 to pull out your multi-tool, then right-click to enter scanning mode. Once you have fully scanned the gem deposit, you're going to get the green optimal zone as well as the red zone. You'll blow yourself up if you keep it in the red zone. Pressing left click on your mouse activates your laser, and if you wheel up, it will increase power. At any time, if you need to wheel down because it's too hot, wheel down. You can press B to enter vacuum suck mode, which will suck up all the gems off the ground for you. I popped 6 or 7 more rocks a hat night at this point, and why looky here, we actually found the missing person. I generally don't find them, and I don't care, but that's an extra 4,000 AUEC. There are other kind of gem deposits out there. Aphorite kind of looks like a purpley gem, and the Dolovine looks like a greenish
Game looks
gem.
fun to me.
Don't bother mining any of those. Hadnite is worth the most. Eventually, you're going to fill up your entire backpack, your body armor, and your leg armor. And when that happens, it's time to go. Now, you could run all the way back to your ship, fly all the way back, or you could just exit to the main menu. This will bring you back to your current buying location. All you have to do is run to the Galleria, look for the admin office, and then we'll just sell right here. When you get on the terminal, it might be a little bit wonky when you select your sell location because your backpack and your leg and body armor don't show up. So, yeah. Just be prepared for that, your loot is still there. The top one's going to be your body armor, which holds 10, and the bottom one will be your backpack. It's going to hold like 120 and the legs hold like 6. Total time to get all this Hadnite took about 30 minutes total. That includes hopping into my ship, flying all the way there, and then mining it up, logging out, and coming back here to sell. So it doesn't take too long to make a bunch of money. Just off of one cave mission, we have plenty of money to start the next stage, which is going to make us even more money. The thing is, I'm suffering from space greediness right now, and it never hurts to have a buffer, especially when you're starting out and you're literally under 100k, so let's go make a little more money. There's no real need to show you the cave missions again. They're basically identical. You're never going to run into anybody unless they have the mission, so let's just go with the money shots right now and move on to the next stage. Head back over to the cargo deck on the main space station, wherever the heck you are, and talk to Space Jesus over here. You're going to want to be renting a Cutlass Black. Renting the Cutlass Black, if you already don't own it as a starter package, is way cheaper over here. It saves you about 7,000. If you try to rent it at an L1 location, yeah, you're going to be spending a lot more per day. At this point, head over to Crew L1, fly over to the Ambitious Dream Station, hit up the hospital and create a bind point there. Then you'll want to head over to the refinery deck. You're going to run all the way to the back end of the store on the bottom level and look for the Vantage kiosk here. You will want to rent the Gray Cat Rock, and for just a little bit over 32k you can get them the way I showed you, or you can decide to rent them both here and waste a bunch of extra money. Time to do Hadnite mining on a greater scale, and over here in the Crusader system, the best place to go is going to be on Daymar. Ariel and Aberdeen over in the Hurston system are also really good for Hadnite. First things first though, we're going to need to pick up our rock, so make sure you land right next to those little blue landing pads. This run might take about 30 to 45 minutes to complete, so if you're low on liquid and you forgot to stuff some in your backpack, look for a white crate. Do yourself a favor before you drop the back deck open on your cuddy and decide to load up the rock in the back. Just spend a few seconds to be extra paranoid and make sure that there's nobody around. No matter where you decide to go to mine, do yourself a favor and head over to the Ohm 1 marker. It doesn't matter what planet or moon you're on, Ohm 1 will always be in the light. So if you fly straight directly down from that, it will be light no matter what time it is. When you get down to the surface, just start spamming your ping button. Now, anything that pops up on your first ping that is at least 8 to 10 kilometers away, those will always be prospector or mole deposits. Anything that pops up under 5k away after your first ping, that is always going to be gems. You don't even have to worry about looking up some stupid chart and figuring out the RS signature. It's always going to be gems. All 3 gem types can spawn on Daymar, so not sure what we have here until we get close enough to check them out. Seeing as how they have a green hue to them, that's definitely Dolovine. They're worth the least, but we're going to get a ton. The only gem I do not recommend that you mine in Star Citizen 322 is going to be Aphorite, because it is bugged completely to hell. And by bugged, I mean you can only sell one at a time. Ain't nobody got time for that. This next bug is actually quite frustrating if you don't know how to fix it. The very first time you enter mining mode, it's going to make your laser point straight up in the air. In order to fix that, just power off your systems entirely and then turn them on with the actual power button. This will fix the bug and return the arm in the proper position so you can actually mine the stones. Now, mining in the rock is basically exactly the same as doing it hand mining wise, it's just on a grander scale. The only real major difference is you need to right click in order to enter extraction mode, and then you can suck up all your gems off the ground. Generally when I'm out here grinding these patches, I'm going to crack every single rock I can before I start sucking them up, unless I get so many on the ground that I start to freaking lag. But you know, if you want to break one, then suck it up, break one, then suck it up. There's no real wrong way to do it, unless of course you blow yourself up when you're trying to crack one of the stones. The rock itself will actually hold 80 CSCU worth of gems. That's 800 gems. When I did my very first ping a little while ago, all these signal boxes popped up at greater than 5,000 meters away, but looky there, that one popped up at just around 2k meters. We know that those are going to be gems. Let's go find out what they are. If you're unsure, you can enter scanning mode by pressing V and then holding down the left mouse button until it tells you what it is. However, it's just so much faster to fly really close and go, yep, I see the pink gems, it's definitely Hadnite, so I'm going to mine it. Each time you crack one of these rocks, you're going to get 30 gems, and considering this is an 11 pack, we're fixing to be rich. My first ping revealed all the long distance ores, and this second ping right here definitely revealing gems. The mining part is actually really easy. It's the finding part that a lot of people have a problem with, and this is a 17 pack of Hadnite. I'm about to freak out. This is basically what I have left. The rock is completely full. There's gems all over the ground, and I still have one more rock to crack. Once the rock gets full, you can empty out the contents into your ship and then come out here and scoop everything up. Probably a lot faster than the way I'm doing it right now, but I'm telling y'all, back in the day, there was no such thing as a vacuum suck mode on the Pyro multi-tool. You actually had to pick up all these gems by hand, one by one. We're back at SCD1 where we picked up our rock. This is where we're going to sell all these gems and make a whole boat ton of money. Sometimes the sale terminal isn't going to pick up the rock in your ship, so you want to take out all those gems and then just stick them into the vehicle's inventory. When I picked up my rock, I actually ripped off a little bit of armor off camera, so we're just going to stuff that in the ship as well. Right now we're at 85.6k. Now that's not too bad. I spend about the exact same amount of time doing this as I did the cave mining. It took me about 30 minutes total. But in that exact same amount of time, the rock actually helped me to collect 800 more gems. The Hadnite that I'm selling now that's in my chest, backpack, and legs, that totally covers the rentals for the day on the cutty as well as the rock. Everything we sell from this moment on is total profit. That's 574 units of Hadnite at 275 each. That is 157k in profits. My inner Ferengi is very pleased. Unfortunately, Dolovine sells for 145 less per unit. That means a lot of lost profits. I basically broke the 69th rule of acquisition. Let's do one more run. We're only going to focus on how to find the gems because the mining's easy. You want to cruise around at an altitude that's under 1,000 meters. Send out a ping about once every 2 seconds, and if any boxes pop up that are 5,000 meters or less, when you already have boxes displayed on your screen, always 100% of the time going to be gems, guaranteed. Okay, wow, yeah, that's a huge pack of gems right there. As long as it's not Aphorite, we're going to be in business. Aphorite is worth more than Dolovine, but in Star Citizen 322 it's bugged, and that's Aphorite. Again, we're flying nice and low, cruising a little bit into the red, but not too fast, and there is another box that just popped up right there under 5,000 meters away. We don't have to waste our time looking at an RS signature chart and hoping that it's going to be gems. We already know it's going to be gems. Just please don't be gems that suck and force me to break the 69th rule of acquisition. It would be really nice if you'd just be Hadnite. Oh yeah, that's definitely looking like Hadnite. I said across her nose, not up it. Let's skip on the Dolovine. This was a patch nearby. I just want to fill up the rock entirely with Hadnite. And while we're at it, let me share another tip with you. There's a reason why I'm finding so many gems packed into a certain area. See? There's another one right there, not too far away. Here's an area view of the OM1 marker over at Daymar. Now notice the hills, the imperfections, the wavy lines. There's a ring of them that go all the way around in a circle. Gem clusters love to spawn in groups around these imperfections. As long as you fly along the edges of these imperfections when you're searching, you're going to really cut back on the time because you know exactly when it's going to be gems, and there's going to be a whole boatload of them all over the freaking place. And that right there looks like a 10 pack of Hadnite. You guessed it, we're definitely going to be mining these bad boys up. That box way off in the distance is going to be an ore deposit, and the other two boxes that are close by are where we literally just mined. Let's double back a little bit and check the hills, and why looky there is another gem deposit. Let's hope it's going to be Hadnite. I've tried my luck on Aberdeen and Ariel multiple times in the Hurston system, and while there is only Hadnite that spawns there, the gem clusters are just spread out too far apart, so you end up spending more time actually looking for gems instead of mining. At this stage of the game, your time is very valuable, so do yourself a favor and don't spend more than 30 to 40 minutes tops between rock loads. We only really need to sell 2 full rock loads in order to start the next method, so we're ready to go. Off camera, I emptied all the gems from the rock into the Cuddy Black, and then I pulled out the rock and just kind of left it next to the landing pad. Now, if you really enjoy rock mining, by all means continue to do that, because it is extremely profitable as long as you can keep pounding out each run, only taking up to 40 minutes. If you lose a load of gems to a mistake, a bug, or you get pirated, the only thing you're going to lose is your time. With this next method, we will be trading, and we're up to 536k right now, but I need to rent another ship to be effective. Let's risk 271k on a shipment full of gold. We're going to run that over to Area 18, which is paying the most. If you do decide to trade gold from Shubin to Area 18, you can get 40% per hour, and that's actually not too bad. The master plan is to use these profits from this gold run here in order to rent one of 2 ships. You're either going to get the Constellation Andromeda or the Freelancer. Either one of those ships will earn us much more money per hour than we will be doing the rock mining, and that right there is a 74k profit in about 13 minutes. Right at the airport in Area 18, you can rent the Andromeda at the Traveler kiosk here. In order to find the Andromeda easier, just hit the RSI tab. You can rent this ship for just under 71k a day, and it also holds 96 SU of cargo. If you'd like to risk a little less money per trip, why don't you get the Freelancer instead? The cargo centers on any of the main space stations will give you the very best deal on renting the Freelancer. It's just going to be under 34k per day. Choose this option if you're worried about getting pirated or making a mistake. And before we say goodbye to the Cutlass Black, I'm going to sell all this armor that we ended up getting while I was doing rock mining. So we have a couple options here. Now in Star Citizen 322, they added a whole bunch of derelict settlements. You can actually purchase recycled material composite there and make a whole boatload of money. More than with the gold. The only problem is everyone, including their brothers, uncles, former roommate, as well as their cousins and their moms, well, they're all doing it right now. Those derelict settlements are actually no armistice zones, so as you can imagine, it can kind of turn into a war zone, and you don't want to be caught in the middle of that at all. And even though the Constellation Andromeda can hold 30 more SCU per trip, this right here is why I like to rent the Freelancer. Nobody can get in and out of your ship except for you, as long as you're in an armistice zone. We're back at the terminal at SCD-1, and it looks like they only have 33 SU of gold. Now, don't freak out too much. We're going to be doing bed logging and region hopping in order to get our gold really quick. One of the issues you'll run into when there's a very low inventory is you'll never be able to buy the maximum. You'll need to buy 1 SCU less. So the way the Frankenstein-like economy works in Star Citizen is all of the servers are bound to their regions. If you want to have a chance at getting more gold quickly, well, all you have to do is region hop and hope and pray that nobody else in that region has bought any gold. Gold generally has a really low stock because it's so valuable, but as you can see, we hopped over into a new region and immediately we can fill up the rest of our ship. Now, this is what you're going to have to do if you are renting the Constellation Andromeda for sure. Doing it this way is going to save you a lot of standing around time in a certain region, because once it's out, you have to wait 10 minutes for the stock to refresh. If you do decide to hit up the derelict settlements and start selling the RMC, you won't have a problem buying the RMC itself as long as you don't get blown up by somebody. Where you will most likely encounter the problem is when you're trying to sell the RMC itself at any one of these TDDs. The good news is, with everybody focused on selling the RMC, selling gold is super duper easy. Like, you're never going to run into a problem when you want to sell gold. We started this trip with 579k and ended it with 687k. That's a nice profit. Flying back and forth between Shubin and Area 18 is quite time consuming when you don't have an upgraded quantum drive, so let's do something that's going to be even faster. Let's now trade gold on the main planet of Microtech. We're going to hit up SMO 18. We're going to run gold from here directly to the main city. It's a very, very short trip. And just in case we need to bed log, I'm going to park close by, but I'm not going to park on the landing pads. Now that we're so close, and depending on how much bed logging I'm going to have to do, we should be able to eke out 4, almost working on 5 trips per hour. Seeing as how there's piles of gold here, that's not going to be a problem so far. In a way, kind of kicking myself in my own balls for not running the constellation Andromeda. If you want to speed up the process even faster, locate the 4 domes. There's an offshoot of the tram that kind of connects to this little island by the main city. Fly in this direction over here. This is actually a pretty popular place to land. Like, everybody knows this location, and it's going to shave off quite a bit of time not having to ride a tram back and forth. Find a place to land nearby, and you're going to want to run into that triangle-shaped building right in front of us. That's the entrance to that dome there. There is an elevator in there that will lead you to the commons, and the commons will lead you all the way to the very end to the TDD. As long as the gold reserves hold out and I can keep the bed logging to the minimum, we are going to make a killing and get that 2 million super duper quick. Now that you know the run, here's my compilation of money shots. So what's the big deal about earning that first 2 million? Well, it's quite simple. You actually have enough money to generally buy your very first ship that's better than your starter ship. That ship should be centered around a gameplay that you truly enjoy and love to do, as well as be able to make you more money than running ships like the Cutlass Black to do rock mining or the Freelancer to do trading like I'm doing right now. A little under 6 hours ago, we started with 10,000 AUEC and we turned that into over 2 million. It's now time to choose our profession, and since CIG is cramming it down our throat, I think I'm going to go buy myself a vulture. If you want to try out salvaging just like Hawks, head over to the Hurston system, hit up New Deal, and look for Drake Interplanetary. It's going to be done at the very bottom and only cost you 1.264 million. Before going over to New Deal and buying my vulture, accidentally spent 4 hours on my friend's reclaimer and made 11.5 million. If you want to start making some real money doing salvaging, you're really going to have to get your rank up. Hit up your contracts manager and click on the salvage tab. You want to accept any of these $1,000 missions. Preferably, the closer the better. Your first mission really isn't about making money. Mostly what you want to do is just get your reputation up. Pressing M will pull out your scraper heads, and if you right click, it'll actually change the mode for you. Mode 2 has a tractor beam. Realistically though, we're just here for the rank, so hit Alt W to enter munching mode and then munch away. Now we could collect all those broken up parts for their construction materials, but instead let's just select a 20k mission because realistically we want to get to the 50k ones as soon as possible. Seeing as how this mission did cost us 20k, it's probably a good idea if you actually scrape all of the RMC off the hull before you go into munching mode. Each SCU box of RMC is going to be worth 14k. The construction materials themselves are only worth 6k. So just make sure you turn all that RMC into boxes before you munch the ship, because munching the ship takes up a lot of space and it only holds 13 SCU. RMC can only be sold planet-side at the TDDs, but you can sell these construction materials at any admin office. That includes space stations. Once the depot is almost full in the Vulture, you can come over here to that computer panel and program it to create 1 SCU boxes, one after the other. Now you're going to have to use your Pyro Multi-Tool and just stack them on your grid, and if you ever run out of room, you can just kind of stack them in a little walkway to the left. To maximize profits, it's generally a really good idea to fill up your buffer, stack all the boxes on your grid and stuff them all over the place, then fill up your buffer one more time before you head over to a space station or a TDD to sell. Here we are at the admin terminal on Hurl 4. I'm going to quickly pawn off all of these construction materials. Now, I only got 11 off doing that mission. We only made 66k, so realistically, I only made 46k doing that. Now, we could have made a whole heck of a lot more if I would have scraped the whole thing down to a TDD and sold all that RMC. But realistically, I'm not too worried about that, because these 50k missions, these are where you're going to be making your money. When you get there, I highly recommend that you scan these, because they can have Quantanium or gold on board. More often than not, there will be Quantanium on board, so I always like to check just in case, but we got screwed. The Vulture itself isn't powerful enough to crack a ship this size, so what we're only going to be focusing on is collecting RMC. If you completely scrape the hull of an A2, C2, or M2, you're going to be making over $1 million worth in RMC. And if any one of these ships has Quantanium on board, I've seen up to 6 boxes, but 1 to 2 boxes is pretty common. Those are worth 80k each. When you're grinding out the RMC on these large ships, take the opportunity to fill your buffer up pretty much all the way, empty it all the way out, and then fill it all the way again before you go and sell. These 50k salvage missions don't come with a timer that forces you to leave the area or fight some bad guys, so you can just come back and forth as many times as you need to until you completely scrape the haul. You can expect anywhere between 90 to 100 boxes of RMC per C2. Miko 1 is actually a really good place to do these salvage missions in, so you can come over here, land by the domes, and get a quick sail in and get back to salvaging. So how long does it totally and completely take to scrape a C2, M2, or A2? Well, you can expect to be doing this upwards of about 2 hours. During that time though, you will be risking absolutely nothing except for your time, of course, and you can make upwards of 1.3 to 1.9 million per ship, and that's actually pretty good money for a solo. And just like that, in half a day of gameplay, you can go from 0 to hero. Don't forget to like this video, then toss a comment down below. As long as you are a subscriber of Hawks Gaming YouTube channel, you have a chance to win this awesome Drake Cutter here.
Hello and welcome back, or welcome to the channel. I'm Loudguns, and with a new patch upon us, it's time to hit refresh on the new player guide. Not every patch in SC merits a complete redo, but given how much has changed in 3.23 with the addition of the new Master Mode's flight model, it is a very different game. The good news though is that this makes it a really good time to actually be getting in and starting out. So if this all sounds good to you, grab a cup of tea while I roll the intro, then let's get into it. As you can probably tell if you've looked at the video length, I'm going to be trying my best to go through in a fairly high level of detail, since I try to make guides that I myself would enjoy, and those that don't assume too much knowledge are always the ones that I personally go for. That said, please feel free to use the chapters to skip ahead if something I'm banging on about isn't particularly relevant to you. Also, it's worth noting that the community in Star Citizen tends towards being super helpful and accommodating of new players, so don't be afraid to reach out to others in game for advice. If you'd like, you are more than welcome to hop into our Discord, where you'll find plenty of folks willing to show you the ropes. The link to that is just in the video description down below. So without further ado, we're going to kick things off with the things you have to do before you get to the main menu for the first time. Creating an account, free flies, and selecting a game pack. If you're brand new, the first thing you're going to want to do is create an account by heading to robertspacindustries.com and selecting Enlist Now. Importantly, you do this before you part with any cash for the game itself, and regularly CIG will hold free fly events where as long as you've got an account, you can just jump in and try out the current version of the game, just to see if it's for you. It's important to remember that SC is an alpha, and while a lot of us think it's still really enjoyable to play, it is definitely not for everyone. So free flies are great for those who aren't quite sure, or maybe aren't sure their machine's going to run the game well. It is pretty demanding. At the time of recording, there is a free fly scheduled to start on or around the 17th of May, so if you haven't pulled the trigger yet, maybe hold off and check that out first. When you're creating an account, just be sure to use a referral code. Mine's the one up on screen, but if you've got any friends who play already, please do just ask them for theirs. Doing this will net you a bit of extra in-game cash, so it is well worth it, but you can't go back and add one afterwards.
Thank you, Loud Guns. I've liked and sub to your channel.
Assuming you are keen to get involved, it will be time to head to the pledge store on the website and buy a game package. StarCit gets a whole lot of column inches written about its super expensive ships and the people who buy them.
This guy's in
When it comes to
different
recommendations, I only have one.
widescreen
Drum roll, please,
resolution.
a starter ship. When you're getting into game for the first time, there's no point breaking your bank account to get a Ferrari, when you can learn to drive, arguably better, in a Renault. My core recommendations are either the RSI Aurora MR or the consolidated Outland Mustang Alpha starter packs, both of which will run you for $45 US. The prices shown on my screen just include 20% VAT, but you know, I like free healthcare. There are some slightly better starter packs out there, what are commonly referred to as the advanced starters. These include ships like the Aegis Avenger Titan or the Drake Cutter. They are usually a bit more expensive, but quite often you'll see sale events where they do come down in price to pretty much equal with the Mustang and the Aurora, at which point, as long as you like the look of them, they are a pretty good shout. Don't fixate too much on your starter ship though. The Aurora has the advantage of a bed for you to log out from, while the Mustang in my opinion flies a bit nicer and is tidier in combat. But it's not like you're going to be stuck in this for a long time. Near enough every other ship that's currently flyable in game is earnable in game. So once you've got your space legs and are making space cash, space hand over space fist, you'll likely upgrade to a better ship, and this one will gather dust in your hangar. So assuming you've paid your money and taken your choice, or we've just hit a free fly wave, it's time to get into game. At the main menu you've got two options, Persistent Universe or Arena Commander. Arena Commander, or AC, is a standalone arcade type mode, with lots of different racing, FPS and ship combat arenas. It's great fun, and I highly recommend trying it out, but we're here primarily to look at the Persistent Universe, or PU. This is the MMO testbed, so to speak. But when you load up for the first time, this is going to take you straight through to the character creator, which as of 3.23 has received quite a massive upgrade. There's so much functionality here that I could, and others have, make a full guide just on this, so I'm not going to dwell on it too much at this stage. However you choose to make yourself look, once you get to the review stage at the end, you'll have the option to click on the floppy disk icon. For the 6% of my viewers born after 2000 AD, just ask your mum and dad about that one. This will allow you to save your creation, and this is worth doing since periodically there are resets that will leave you back to a default character. This also allows you to load presets, and there have been some sites springing up where members of the community are sharing their creations. You'll find a link to the one I used down in the video description. So you very lucky people are going to have the honour of being introduced to SC by none other than Hulk Hogan. And once you're done with that, you can just go ahead and click accept as long as you're happy. On your first login, you're going to receive a prompt of whether you want to play the tutorial, and this is much improved and could well be worth doing if this is your first go. However, I know that some of you will be here after having played the tutorial already, so I'm just going to skip this. You're then going to be asked to set your home location, so first select the system. The only option to choose for now is Stanton, which makes up the current PU environment, and then choose from one of the capital cities of Stanton's 4 major planets. I've got a separate video looking at the positives and negatives of each one, but to keep things clean, I'm going to select Area 18 since this will align with anybody who's played the tutorial. By default, your server region will be set to best. However, you can override this to specify between NA, EU, Oz or Asia. And then finally you just go ahead and select launch. So welcome to Star Citizen. So first things first, let's go ahead and get out of this bed. Looking over to the side, you'll see a little highlighted F prompt to get up. The F key is likely to take a beating while you play this game, but it's pretty much going to be used for all interactions. On foot, you've got standard WSAD controls to move around and the mouse to control your head. Let's go ahead and get out of the room, clicking F again to open the door. If you're moving a bit slow, you can scroll up your mouse wheel to speed up your pace, and hold shift to sprint. Don't forget to stop and take in the view. Pressing F4 will take you to the external camera, and holding Z is your free look button, which you can use with the mouse to just rotate around the camera. F4 again gets you to a second preset camera, so you can set these up how you like, and holding F4 and pressing asterisk on the number pad gets you back to the default view. F12 will open and close the global chat. I'm going to leave it off because I can't control what those naughty people might say. Again, interact with any of the panels you see, so like calling this elevator is just with that F toggle, and you'll see it highlighted wherever you can interact. Some panels like this one though have more than one option. So we hold down F, and then we can use our mouse to select and scroll through the options. If you want to zoom in on any panel, just tap the middle mouse button. Key options like the ground floor here are usually going to be pinned at the bottom of the list. That's going to take us down to the ground floor of the HAB building, and congratulations, we've just completed our first mission and we've managed to exit the HAB successfully. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to buy gear at the shops and use your inventory. But just to be clear, I'd probably leave this to later as a new player, since if you blow up on your first attempt at flying a ship, you'll just lose the cash you spend. You can see your current balance along with other information on your Mobiglass, which you open with F1. Down in the bottom left, I can see my balance is 25,000 Alpha UEC. It would be 20k, but I was smart and used a referral code. You can also see a bunch of other data, but we'll come back to the Mobiglass later. Shops sell all stuff in SC, but one look at Cubby Blast should probably tell you what they're about. And first I want to make sure I've got a proper gun. Looking at items will give you more detail about them, and you can buy them straight off the wall just by holding down F and waiting for that bar to fill. I like this P4AR, so I'll go ahead and grab one of them. Items that you buy will then end up in your local inventory by default, which you access by pressing I. Now I'll be honest, I'm actually playing on my wife's account, and it turns out she's maybe a bit more of a hoarder than I realised, but that P4 is down at the bottom. I'm also going to want some armour, so I'm going to head over to these mannequins, and I quite like the look of this Orc Singularity set on the mannequin here, so I'm going to get that as well. For a full set of most armours, you need a core, arms, legs and a helmet. You also need to be wearing an undersuit to equip it, but we've already got one of those on, so I don't want to waste my money on that. Buying armour like this is a lot less fiddly than it previously was, and you can do it in the same way to how we bought the gun, just by looking and holding F once you have the highlighted piece selected. You can also use the terminals, and they can be good if the mannequin's being a bit fiddly, and they also show a lot more information, a lot more of the shop's stock than you necessarily see on the shelves. You can use these drop downs here to just select the categories and subcategories. So since I want armour, I'm going to select that to armour, and then maybe the subcategory to arm. And if I scroll down, there's the Singularity arms that I wanted to buy, so I can just quick buy to buy one. I can also use the search bar, so if I just clear the subcategory and make it all categories again, then I type in part of the word Singularity, I've just got this armour set that I'm interested in, and I can go ahead and buy the legs. And that search bar can be really useful for finding other bits and pieces as well.
Oops, I went to the
Clear
wrong
all
place.
of the category information, I'm just going to search P.
Okay, this was good. Gonna come back to this. So I am going to bed, guys. It has been about 13 hours, and I'm going to stop, or longer than that, actually. I think it was longer than that. Yeah, I think it's about 14, actually. I would just want to say thank you for your time. I will be logging here, but before I go, a few things. I am skycat.live. I'm a full-time variety gamer, all day, every day. Put me on in the background. This is generally the only time today that I ever ask you for money or anything like that. And that's at the end of the day. Come click on the cast face to donate. Come to my Twitch or my YouTube or my Facebook. Thank you so much for your time today, guys. I appreciate it, and I love you, and I thank you so much for all the support and the follows and the Glorbus bits and resubs and all this. Thank you guys so much for your time. I will be back here later today to do all the same things that I did today. I may or may not do a money transfer and buy Star Citizen, or I may wait. I don't know. Today's the 26th. I could wait the 5 days and just take the... Well, it's like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't want to wait a full week, honestly. So I may just buy the game. I might just buy the game today. I don't know. God, that looks awesome. So, but yeah, so yeah, and I will bow out from New World here today. I want to say thank you so much, and this recording will end here after I remind you guys that there is thousands of videos on my YouTube channel, and these are reflected here. And come check if you like something you saw today. There's 3 years of thousands of videos on here. Please give me give me a like, sub, or a follow. Come put something on. And if you want to see what I was doing 3 years ago, go look and see what I was doing 3 years ago. It's all there. So, but thank you so much for your time, guys. I love you. Thank you so much. And I will stop